My name is Lori Jacobs, and I am a student at American College of Healthcare Sciences. And I'm here to give you some information about yarrow herb, which is called Achillea millefolium. Yarrow is like one of my favorite herbs. I use it all the time. I make tea for my kids. It grows wild all over my yard. I make tea and I mix it with spearmint, because spearmint is very good. It's full of vitamins. And I mix it with chamomile German, because chamomile, when someone is sick, the chamomile is so awesome because it relaxes them so they can sleep better, because when you're sick, sometimes you're up all night. But the yarrow is good because it's a diaphoretic, it's a diuretic, it's anti-inflammatory, it's antiviral, and here, let me read the list because it's so much, it's so wonderful. Let's see, it is antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antiseptic, antispasmodic, astringent, cholagogue, diaphoretic, diuretic, it's amenagogue, expectorant, hemostatic, hepatic, stimulant, stomachic, styptic, and vulnerary. Vulnerary means it heals wounds quickly. It's just great for everything, and it tastes good. That's the thing. Years ago, I used to buy different teas that were already made for kids when they were sick, and they just did not taste good at all. Another wonderful thing about yarrow is that it's got awesome vitamins. It has copper in it, phosphates, potassium, potash, and it's loaded in magnesium, so it's really healthy for you. You can eat the flowers, you can saute the stems, you can put the flowers in like a salad or a fruit salad just to make it decorative. It doesn't really have much of a taste anyway, so that's why I like it as a tea, because it doesn't really have much flavor, so you can mix it with other teas to make it taste good. And what I do is when I mix it in a bowl, I put 1 part yarrow. Like, say I was going to do a big bowl. I get a big bowl and I put 1 cup of yarrow herb, 1 cup of spearmint herb, and then a cup of chamomile German herb. And then I usually put like, I'd say like a half a cup of stevia powder in there, between 1/4 cup, half cup, just to give it that little bit of a sweetness to it. And then I just put them in those press and seal tea bags, and I make them up ahead of time. And then the reason I did that is because I keep thinking, if something happens to me and I don't feel good, I don't want to have to sit there and try to make a cup of tea and strain it and all that. I want the bags ready. Plus, with the tea bag, you can take it with you, and if you work somewhere or whatever, you can give them to friends. It's a lot more convenient. But yarrow is an amazing herb. I love it. I can't stress enough about it. And the thing I like about it the best is because it grows everywhere around here in Maine. The only thing is, if you do want to gather it from your area, if you have it around, I will post some pictures of what it looks like. If you're going to gather it, make sure it's not near roadsides or anywhere where somebody sprays, because you might have a friend that has a farm and you want to go get them, but if they spray chemicals on that, it's not going to be any good. It could be very toxic, or the fumes from vehicles and stuff. So if you have your own property, and if you don't have any on your property and you want to put some, get some seeds. You can go to eBay and find some, or you can maybe have a friend that has some, or if you find some by the roadside, get the seeds and plant them so you'll have new ones for the following year. And when you harvest them, the best time to harvest is when it's flowering, and to make sure, like, you don't do it too early in the morning because the dew is still on it and they won't dry well and they can get rancid. You want to do it like around 10 o'clock in the morning, when they're just slightly dry but not totally dry from the sun. And also, when you harvest them, leave a portion of the plant. Like, I usually will leave at least 1/3 of the plant left. Make sure you leave flowers in the roots so that you'll have more the next year. But usually with yarrow, it'll keep growing all summer, so you can keep harvesting it. Let it grow and then harvest it again. You can get 2 or 3. I usually get 2 or 3 harvests out of it. And it's an awesome tea. You can put a rubber band around it and hang it. If you have like a beam or some tacks somewhere, hang them for a couple days till it's dry, and then put them in a, I have a vacuum sealed canning jars, and I seal them in there when they're done, when they're dry. But if you have a dehydrator, that's even better. You can dehydrate them on there so you get it done quicker. like, I can't stress it's such an amazing tea. And all my friends out there that are preppers or homesteaders, this is an amazing thing because we can prepare food and all kinds of things, but what are you going to do if your family gets sick? You need to know. This is one of the reasons too I went into this, because times are hard. What if we could, my husband's been a pastor in the ministry, we couldn't afford medical, and so little by little God showed me little things, and then I decided this stuff is amazing, it works, so I wanted to go to school to learn this, and it's amazing. You know, there's so many books out there on backyard pharmacy or made up by the Amish, and know your herbs, so that you can protect your family. You know, you shouldn't have to spend all kinds of money and take toxic medicine that's not good for you. Know the herbs that are healthy for your family, and then you can, you know, feel more confident that you don't get discouraged when someone gets sick or they start to get sick. But it's an amazing herb, and thank you. I did want to touch base about the contraindications for this herb. Yarrow is fairly safe, but like most herbs, they're not really recommended for if you're pregnant. I think like raspberry leaf tea is like the only herb that's actually safe when you're pregnant. But and if you're nursing, it's not really a good idea to take the yarrow. But look into other herbs you can take. And it's not really recommended for little children. Licorice spice in very small amounts, or chamomile is really good for younger children. It can be good for them in very small amounts. But yarrow is not really recommended for that because of its strong contents, but it's a good safe herb. And another thing I wanted to touch base on is that, I'm just going to read you this. It says, in the past it has been used externally and internally for hemorrhoids, hypertension, sluggish liver, measles, nosebleeds, stomach gas, and vaginal thrush. So it's an amazing herb. It also was used, it said it was used for angina even. So it's a great herb. It's just amazing. Everyone should have some. That's what I just swear by it. I love it. And there's other herbs that do a lot of the same things. So if you live in another location where they don't have yarrow, if it's in a southern area, find the herbs that are local to your yard. Go to a library and get some books on herbs, and find if you have or take an herb class. Is an amazing, just an herb identification class. That's how I started, and then I ended up going to school for this because I think it's awesome, and I think everyone should have that freedom to be able to take care of their families and make them healthy and keep them healthy without having to go to doctors and spend all kinds of money and go into debt and you can't live, you know. And God forbid, all the crisis going on in the United States, okay, we've had floods and fires and things. If something happens and you're stranded somewhere, you at least should know what you can eat and what is safe to eat or drink or whatever where you are. So these are good things to know. And I think America, we've gotten so far away from this and so dependent on everything in the system that we've just lost sight of, you know, all these things. And they call it alternative medicine. It's something new, but it really isn't. These herbs and medicines been around for thousands of years. My grandfather was a pharmacist back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and this is what they used. This was their medicine. It wasn't all this synthetic stuff that they have now that was never meant for our bodies. This yarrow was created by God. It's a medicine that was put there by God for us, so we don't have to be sick. I mean, even dandelion, you can't kill that stuff. It grows everywhere, and it's amazing how it thrives, and it's like, because God wants to keep his people safe and healthy. But we said, my people perish for lack of knowledge, you know. So get the knowledge, learn what's healthy, learn what's good for you, and take care of your family, and have that peace in your heart, knowing that my kids are going to be okay, my family's going to be okay, because I know what to do. That's all. Thanks. Have a blessed day. Hi. If you like this video and you want to learn some more about herbs, just look me up on YouTube under Lori Jacobs from Medway, Maine, or Lori 10 Kids, because I have 10 kids, so that's why I've been so frugal and learning all this stuff and want to keep my kids safe and healthy. And I also have 13 grandchildren, so I worry and I not that I worry, but I want to make sure they're taken care of and everybody's healthy. So look me up and have a blessed day. Thank you for watching this video, and if you're interested in any more videos on herbs, I'll post my link below.